page. We asked you what story had caught your attention the most this week, and the news that came out top was President Trump and Russia. That got the most reaction, and it's fitting perhaps because the Trump administration's contacts with the Russian government are back in the headlines today. Now, it's after President Trump's Attorney General, after it emerged that President Trump's Attorney General Jeff Sessions had contact with the Russian ambassador during the election campaign. Now, Senator Sessions was one of Donald Trump's most vocal surrogates during the election. Now, Anthony, just to get people up to speed, what is his latest development then?
Okay, according to the Washington Post last night in their story, Jeff Sessions had two contacts with Russian ambassador Sergei Kislyak, once right after the Republican National Convention in July in a kind of a group meeting with other ambassadors, and once, and it's unclear whether it was in person or via phone, in September directly with the ambassador. We don't know what they spoke about, but that they talked, and now during his congressional testimony, his confirmation hearings, he said that he did not have contact with the Russian ambassador, although he was a little vague about whether that was in his capacity as a campaign surrogate or in his capacity as a senator on the Armed Services Committee. He says he was only referring to in the capacity of campaign. That's why he said he didn't have contact. But all of this goes into the questions about Donald Trump and his ties with Russia and the ties of those close to him with Russia.
Well, Anthony, we've had some comments already on this issue. Now, do send us your questions and comments. Just pop them in the box below, and from time to time, I will look at my phone and try and see if we can answer or get through many of them as possible. Now, this one here from Fred. Now, Fred believes that the Attorney General lied about communicating with Russian officials during the campaign to US Congress. And he is effectively saying that, wondering whether or not he actually committed perjury. Now, that is at the heart of this discussion,
right,
because some people accuse him of lying. Others say, well, he wasn't quite asked the question. That's certainly what he's saying, isn't it?
Right, exactly. And having a senator having contacts with an ambassador in and of itself is not too unusual, certainly not illegal. But he was asked directly about this during the confirmation hearings in the context of all of these allegations that Donald Trump and his inner circle had close ties with Russian officials. And he did say in so many words that he didn't have contact with Russians, but he said, if you look at the way he spoke, not in his capacity as a campaign official. And then in a written question, he said he did not speak with Russian officials about the campaign. So if you parse that and say, well, maybe he said something that was maybe constituting perjury, maybe he didn't. I mean, lawyers were going to pore over that. But when you look at it in the larger picture about being put on the spot about any kind of ties, because that's what people were concerned about, any kind of ties with Russian officials, he definitely was a bit evasive. He obfuscated. I think you can say that with a certain amount of certainty.
We've got quite a few questions that are asking the same question. Thanks very much for any comments that you sent us so far. We're going to try and get through as many as possible. Anthony, Gary Kirby is asking the question, so is Nabil. Thanks to both of you for your comments. Gary's saying, what is the situation with Jeff Sessions right now? Are they going to fire him? Is he going to resign? Likewise, Gary Kirby is asking exactly the same thing.
Well, he does have a press conference in about an hour, and we don't know what's going to happen there, but I would find it fairly unlikely that he is going to resign or be fired because